Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome to the next big idea. An incredible journey of innovation, passion, and game-changing ideas. Let's see what this team brings to the table.
Good afternoon. We are Team Deeper Dive. We are here to present our solution, which is based on the problems that are faced by a startup. We all know a startup solves the problem that is present in the society, but who solves the problem that are faced by the startup? So we have come up with a solution which caters the problems of the startups, like there are 594 million entrepreneurs globally, out of which the startups created by these entrepreneurs fails 20% times in their first year, 30% in their second year, and 50% after 5 years of operational years because the dries up of their financial resources. What if can have a potential impact on the society, but because of these funding issues, they could not get it. So, the problem statement canvas we have prepared, where these are the root cause, that is a lack of knowledge about fundraising process, where startup wants to raise the funds, but the basic terminologies, the terms, the process, they lack the knowledge about it. They have limited visibility to investors because they are early startups or pre-seed stage, and they have difficulty in demonstrating their potential impact. They struggle getting investments, which hinders their ability to grow because of the limited resources. We provide a solution where we build a platform where the startups can connect to the investors, help them. The platform will help them with compliances such as legal documentations, taxations, and even mentorship. It helps with basic knowledge regarding the fundraising processes. Along with these, we provide visibility to investors, interactive visualized data reports, which will be unique feature of the platform. Along with that, we can help building confidence while pitching. That will be through an AI-enabled virtual pitching environment. Legal advisory and mentorship will be provided in our platform. Along with that, the information about the business events that will be held at the regions will be provided to them, where they can go and pitch their ideas so that they can get the fundings or the grants they require. This is the customer persona of one of the entrepreneur we talked to. They told us about the challenges and what are the services she'll need. The services we chose to cater are based on this and the value proposition canvas, which helped us to validate our services. The services are mentorship and legal advisory, information about business events to build networks and communication for an entrepreneurial ecosystem, help section where the fundraising process and terms will be explained in a very concise form. Along with that, we'll give the information about the government grants which are provided. Along with this, our contact us section, where in case of any emergency or any information they need, we'll be there to provide them. Another will be data visualization and analysis of the data reports of the business or the startup, investor matchmaking, and AI enabled virtual pitching.
Here we are already talked about the problem and the solution that we are providing through the platform, where investors and startups meet together, and we provide them by the process of matchmaking, which work on the algorithms that provide the matchmaking by dividing the startups on the basis of their categories. Here we mainly focus on the problems that we told, and the customer segments we have serial entrepreneurs, early startups, angel investors, and startup incubators. And our early adopters will be early stage startups, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and experienced investors. Next, the revenue structure our will be the sources of revenue that we will make from matchmaking fees. After that, the transaction fees, that in which we will decide some percentage of fund which they will secure after negotiations. Then data insights and analytics, in which we will provide them a premium feature where they have to pay a fees, and we will provide them premium data visualizations which we worked on. So Lean Canvas helped us making how we will make our revenue system or the sources of revenue, and our model will be based on. So we make our revenue. So we don't usually generate revenue at this time. So we based on the assumption based revenue, where we put our percentage based transaction, which we will cut from the fund raised by the startups, and the premium subscription we set price of 2000, assuming that the customers 2% of customer will buy our premium services who visit our website, and we assume that the growth rate is 10%. So according to that, our revenue transaction revenue will be, assuming that the 25 transaction took place in first month. So on basis of that, we put 15,000. If we put 3% of the fund raised by the startups, so it will be 3,75,000. And if we put our premium revenue, that is 2% of the visitors, so it will be, if we assume 1,000 visitors on our website, then the 2% according to that is 20, and the revenue generated by our premium is 40,000. So total revenue in the first month is, according to that, 4,15,000. And according to the growth rate, that is 10%, we secure a revenue of 4,15,000 in the additional 4,15,000 for the next month, which will be added to the total revenue, and it gives the second month revenue. So this is our team, where each one of work on particular sector, where I worked on the technical solutions and also on the revenue system, where Samriddhi worked on speaking and finding logical solutions to that, and she is Likita, where she did research work for all the things.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
My one only question to you is, there are so many different consultancies and different agencies which are present in a similar perspective with much more deeper experience. Like, entrepreneurs with 20, 25, 30 years of experience, law firm with 20, 25 years of experience. So many different people are present around and they are into the same arena. How your startup or your idea is different from them?
So our startup is different as if we are providing investor matchmaking, legal advisory, mentorship in one
The same
platform.
is being provided by them also.
So along with that, we have other features, that was AI enabled virtual pitching, which which will create an impact, because when a person gives us pitch, it is not always perfect. I have an experience, but I am so nervous that I can't get the words. For that, we are providing an AI enabled environment where you can practice your pitching, you can counter.
This is the age of AI and it is for everyone. I guess you know that part. So with those experience, it is hardly very simple for them to implement AI in the already going stuff what they have. It will be very simple for them. My only question is how your entire stuff is going to be different from what they provide, because they have a numerous experience, like, whereas you are very new into that. So until unless there is something very innovative in the method, it will not sustain, the model will not sustain. That's my queries for you. That's all from my side. Thank you.
So I just wanted to understand one thing. Are you trying to become a venture catalyst or an app that gives the knowledge?
Ma'am, we are actually trying to be an app based. We are making an app based software where we will trying to solve the problem of the
No, no,
startup.
no. My question is different. Are you trying to become a venture catalyst or an app that gives a knowledge what the legalities a startup needs to go through, or the things which is required, the registration detail, whether it's a startup DPIT registration or the other things which is required, legal solutions, right? So are you trying to be a knowledge based app venture or the venture catalyst? Because in the end you have mentioned, so there's up to 5 lakh funding, right? So you'll have a cut or the commission, whatever the terminology you wanted to use, so you'll have something 15,000, 15K, correct? So you wanted, I mean, the deep what's you
Deeper dive.
mentioning, deep dive, right? So you wanted to be a VC or an app based company. So that's just one question I have.
App based.
This or that? Okay, thank you.
So only question from my side is, have you done any communication with any startups to actually understand what kind of problems they are facing, other than you being the startup and you are only using your personal experience? How many startups have you actually spoken to identify what problems they face?
Sir, we are actually in the ideation stage, and there's not much research and not much communication we have done. We have the personal relation with her. So we asked her, as she is doing a small startup. So we asked her in this just past 4 days about this.
Okay, so one suggestion from my side, even though you're in ideation stage, you haven't started to develop your app or your platform, just go and actually talk to startups,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Find out what are the problems, try to segregate those problems into categories, and then try to find out which problems you should target on, which will be revenue making for you, right? Which will be your niche. If
Yes,
you
sir.
try to pick everything from technical mentoring to the venture capitalism, then again legal and everything, it will be very hectic for you. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And now it's time for judges' opinion about the pitch. So, it was a good one.